right, hey YouTube, this is Craig and then Makayla right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're here at WPPI in Las Vegas. This place is crazy, it's super loud, so I feel like I'm yelling. But we're just gonna walk around the show floor, and Makayla and her husband Dave are amazing photographers out of upstate New York. And we just met them the other day at dinner, and I had no idea how awesome they are. Dave, he does video, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and then you're the photography side of it, so you're the smarter person.
I guess, yeah, you could say that.
You took the better route, right? So I always tell my clients when they do photo or video, I'm like, listen, photo you hang on your wall for forever, and video's a good hand-me-down. But I know that's a total lie and stuff like that. Oh, hey, speaking of, there he is right here. Awesome. This is Makayla's husband, Dave.
What's going on?
Awesome. He doesn't have a microphone, but he's going around buying stuff without her knowledge.
Yes, this is true. So keep her away for a while.
I will. Awesome. Cool. I'm glad we bumped into your husband, so people know who he is, right?
That's awesome.
So I have a few questions to ask for you.
Sure.
And these will be super, super simple ones.
Okay.
But first, if you can just kind of tell me what you and Dave do specifically and kind of what your niche in photography is.
Okay, yeah, so we do photo and cinema together. So a lot of our couples will book us for both services. We specialize in weddings, so and our niche really in our area is like custom printed heirlooms and art. We really focus on driving the print message home to our clients, so we get a lot of couples that really appreciate the value of print in albums.
Oh, that's cool. I don't do that for our clients, and I always want to. I'm like print it, please print it, and everything else. So I'll probably learn something from you guys doing that too. I kind of turn and burn. So
many people do. It's an easy way to do it. It's convenience, right?
Yeah, I'm lazy. So once I get the cool picture, I'm like, here, have it. Just do whatever. So next thing is, this is kind of your toot your own horn session.
Okay.
So kind of let me know, like, what are you guys most proud of? What is like the coolest thing you've ever done? Or every time you do it, you're like, hey, I shot like the Prince or something like that. Like, what is one of your biggest accomplishments that you think that you guys have done so far?
Yeah, honestly, for me, like when I first started,
and don't be shy. Don't be shy.
When I first started running my business, I just wanted to like replace my salary and have a baller business. And like when I was able to do that and take my husband full time, like that was a huge accomplishment. And now we're not only like able to provide like an awesome lifestyle for ourselves, but we're able to employ other full-time employees and give them a really cool job that they love and still like a fun lifestyle with a salary. So I think for me, like honestly, like awards are great and accolades are great, but like being able to provide a lifestyle to a person or a family or even grow our team, like that to me is the most rewarding thing about what we've been able to do.
That's cool. It's like you're giving back to people around you and then your family, because you have 2 kids, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So right now I think they're 6 and 8.
Yes.
Boy or girl? Both girls?
Our boy is the oldest and then our girl is the youngest.
So you know, for photographers out there or people watching, and you're a father or a mother and you have kids, you know how hard it can be sometimes to run your own business and have kids. I mean, it's literally, like, sometimes you like, as much as you love your job, you want to be home with your kids, giving them hugs, teaching them, doing schoolwork.
And vice versa. Sometimes when you're home with your kids, you want to be working.
That's so true.
But yes, it's very hard.
All right, so next question is, what is one of your biggest fears just in your business, or like, if you're on a wedding day and something were to happen, what's one of your biggest fears that could happen that maybe it hasn't happened, but you're like, oh my gosh, if this happened, I'd be freaked out?
I like hate disappointing people. Like I hate feeling like I didn't deliver. So I guess one of my biggest fears is like, after all is said and done, like, did I give you the legacy that I promised? Did I capture the moments authentically? Like, did I give you something that's worth remembering and worth holding on to years from now? And while we haven't had like any couples that have been like super disappointed or anything like that, there have definitely been weddings that have been more challenging than others. And that to me leaves me with this feeling of like, okay, I need to give to these people. But yeah, I would say that's probably my biggest fear.
No, I feel you. It's like, even though you know you're good and you're gonna do your job well and stuff like that, you just always have this in your fear and like in your pit of your stomach. Like I know I do, like, oh my gosh, am I gonna disappoint this person, or am I gonna really do this good? I always have that. I don't know if you still have it, but I always have this nervous pit in my stomach just before I walk into the hotel or just getting ready or something. My wife's always like, why are you nervous? You're good at what you do.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
But baby, you have no idea. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna create until I get in this room and see it. Next thing is, this is totally off subject, but what is one of your favorite foods?
Oh gosh. Interestingly enough, like something that just came to mind, which I don't even know is actually my favorite food, but like those soft pretzels that you get.
Oh yeah.
Like that just like popped in my head. Maybe it's because I'm getting hungry for lunch. I don't know, or like need like the salt or the carbs. I have no idea. But yeah, I love like those soft, delicious pretzels.
Yeah. Is it Auntie Anne's pretzels?
Yeah, Auntie Anne's. They're
There's
like
one in the mall
so
that...
awful, but so delicious. Yeah.
All right, so next question. If you had one thing to say to a photographer out there, what would it be to kind of, like someone who's out there, they're doing the grind right now, and they want to kind of get to that next level, like where you're at, where it's like you wanted to take things full time, or you wanted to take a spouse or a friend on full time and everything else. What would you say to them? What's like maybe like a 1 or 2 tips on what they could do?
I love this question because I feel like even established photographers get tripped up by this. Like, what's my next move? Am I doing this right? Like, I don't know what am I going to be in 5 years? You know, I think that the best advice that I've ever been given was like, you don't have to have it all figured out. Just do the next right thing. That's it. And like the new Elsa movie, I know you have kids, so I don't know if you've seen the new Elsa movie. They have like literally the soundtrack is like the next right thing. And I'm like, it's so perfect because it's like so often we think that we need to have this big grand scheme of plan, like we have to have it all figured out, we need to know what we're doing, and it's like that overwhelms and you shut down because you think you can't get there. But if you just like take one step in the right direction, that will help create the momentum to like actually get you somewhere. So
I love that one. That's really good. That's one of the things I love about this, guys, is interviewing all these people. I'm learning so much more too. So you might see my business like explode from all these cool interviews and stuff like that. Next thing is, I asked all these people this, and you know, this is the year of, and even last year, you know, like women in the industry and just women in general are really taking off in what they thrive to do and stuff like that. And wanted to ask you, being a woman in the photography industry, of all things, I feel like it's actually a bonus. For like as a man looking at, like, it's like a really big bonus. I know there's some pitfalls to being a woman or a man in every industry and all these different things, but I'm like, man, you connect so much more with a bride, where I'm like, hey, I'm a dude, I gotta like, hey, I walk into the room with a bunch of ladies. But as a woman in the photography industry, what is one of the things that has been overcome over the last couple of years, or still needs to be overcome, do you think is either a challenge or something that's a great thing that's just happened recently that you're like, hey, this is great for women in the industry in general?
Yeah, I think that, like you said, like the industry is definitely shifting and it's becoming more diverse, and seeing more women on stages and seeing more women having sponsorships and being ambassadors is like super empowering for a lot of other emerging women as well. I think one thing that like I constantly struggle with is like, I'm so business minded, but anytime like people talk about like our business success, it's always attributed to my husband, which is a little weird because like he's the opposite of business minded, you know? And so that's been something that like people expect women to be the creative, but they don't expect them to be the business mind behind it. And hopefully that will start to change as we start to see more women photographers kind of take the stage and get those ambassador roles.
Oh, that's totally cool. Yeah, because it's funny, when I met you guys, I didn't know that like he did video and you did photo. Me being an ignorant man, I was like, I just met your husband and I assumed that he was, because my wife just helped me, and I was like, so I apologize. Like, I'm like, oh my God. So when I talked to you earlier, because we were supposed to interview Dave, guys, but then Dave does video, and I was like, oh heck no, like I love video, but like let's talk to Makayla, you know, because she knows her junk and stuff like that. So, and we'll probably put some pictures and stuff like that up in here at the beginning so they can see it and stuff like that. So last question then is, and this is really, really dumb, and I kind of think it's kind of fun, is if you were trapped on the space station, okay, and you could take 2 things with you, and it doesn't have to be photography related, and let's do this, it can't be family related because you have 2 kids and your husband.
Yeah, I was gonna say
so
that.
now you can't pick them.
Okay.
So what would the 2 things that you would bring with you be? And it can be absolutely anything.
Okay. Again, just the first thing that comes to mind. I'm probably going to regret this when I listen to this back, but chapstick, I like can't live without chapstick. We're also in Vegas, so it's like super dry right now.
I got my lip balm here because my lips are absolutely on fire the whole week.
It's awful. The whole week we're like literally in a desert. And then Audible. I can't live without Audible.
Really?
Yeah, I like, it gets
so
me.
So hopefully they have Wi-Fi in space.
Or download all my books before I go. Yeah, I feel like Audible for me is one of those things that I use when I'm not in the right mood, or I just want to relax, or it's just, I love listening to audiobooks.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's cool. I like that, like getting knowledge, because for me, I still haven't answered this question when we've done these interviews. But
well, you have the benefit of hearing what everyone else has to say.
So I'm like, maybe I would take some knowledge with me, because I was thinking maybe I'd take my iPhone or like my Nintendo Switch, because I'm a little bit of a nerd with video games, guys. Well, thank you so much, Makayla. And where can everybody find you guys on Instagram?
So we are HCO Photo Cinema on Instagram.
Okay, awesome. And then one last thing is before we go, I'm just going to let you guys know, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Of course, you have to. And if you have any other photographers or people in the photography industry of any kind, let us know in the comment section below if you want us to interview them. I'm sure we'll reach out to them, see if they can do that. And if you have any other questions that you're thinking, man, Craig, you should have asked this question. What is it? Just put that in the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and make sure we ask those questions as long as they're appropriate. And without further ado, at the end of every video, we do a little boom baby to the camera. So on the count of 3, we're just gonna say boom baby and just punch at the camera. Okay, you ready? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, boom baby. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and over here.
I love it.
And then we're gonna do this weird, awesome drone shot again.
Okay. That's so fun.
And we're done.